Were you born in Texas?
Yes.
Okay. He has this sort of vibe, but it's like this guy's guy. I've got like cars, airplanes, football. Like he's fucking
What?
dude, and he's like rancher kind of dude. But
This
it's
is my dad.
cars. Ed, he says, Ed. He's Edward, but he's like, Ed, call me Ed. He's
This is my
great.
dad.
Is this your dad? All right. Did you come up with a question to ask them?
Well, I guess that my main question is that I feel like I've been on this path for a really long time and that I guess I feel like I'm not making the progress. I know this sounds silly that I thought I would have made by now. I wonder what I really am trying to find my soul's purpose right now, and am willing to do what I need to do to make this change or whatever changes I need to make. So I'm just wondering what my blocks are that are preventing me from really finding my soul's purpose right now, because I feel really ready.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. And you said you meditate all the time. I know you just finished the boot camp. Trust this. That is a jumping off point. It's a life changer. All right, we got something. Woo! That's so fun. But wow, it's sometimes it's really intense. Whew. Okay, now this is a transition love one, and this is like that was quick. There was no, that was in. Okay, definitely male. Is your middle name an E name?
Yes.
Okay. Are you is your birthday around Christmas, like the holidays?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think all right. So this male, this wasn't psychic. That was him. So, I just don't know, yes, you're born in the winter of 69, he says.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me see who this is. All right. And okay, there's two. He's got somebody else that's stepping up too. All right. This is a big energy. So this is a really big energy. So I mean a lot of energy. So I'm gonna say mid 80s, I think, from the looks of him. And he's kind of got he's really cool. Were you born in Texas?
Yes.
Okay. He has this sort of vibe, but it's like this guy's guy. I've got like cars, airplanes, football. Like he's fucking
What?
dude, and he's like rancher kind of dude. But
This is my dad.
Cars. Ed, he says, Ed. He's Edward, but he's like, Ed, call me Ed. This is my
great.
Dad. Is this your dad? Okay.
Found a car dealership.
I mean, there's cars everywhere. And there seems to be like a brand of car. Don't say anything because he's throwing at me. And I've got like some funny references from my past that he's throwing at me. Is that what was into? Buicks?
Yes.
Okay. This is awesome. So he's Texas, Louisiana, because he's like football in the Superdome. He's all in that football thing.
What? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh my God, he's awesome. Okay. All right. So okay, he's like 85's right-ish. Yeah. He's like
his age. That's how old he was.
31. Yeah. I
yes.
think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's like, we're not going to talk about his death day. He's like, it's not important. Okay. He is awesome, but he's like Texas, Louisiana, Texas, Louisiana, Texas, Louisiana, and he's got this rancher vibe.
He had two ranches in Texas.
All right. He's did he have like one, he's got a horse. He's really is like with him actually.
What?
Yeah. It's what I feel. I've never had like an animal in this way, but he's really referring to it and I can sense it. I have a horse too. So that was an immediate connection for him.
Okay.
For me to get. Yeah. So he's got like his horse is with him, right with him.
That is wild.
He's referring to it. Wow. Okay.
He was a commissioner for the Superdome as well.
Oh, that's why I'm seeing. Okay. Oh my God, Paige,
and he had an airplane too.
Like, I mean, but I mean, he is something else. This guy is a trip. Oh my God. I mean, he's so proud of himself right now that he's popped in here to talk to you and saying, unlikely that he would have been into any of this shit when he was around, but he's like, this is awesome. You're on the right track. He's saying, okay. So, all right. So he's got somebody else and he's being a little clear. This is your mother, not his wife, your mother. And he's like, I think he's saying it, or maybe it could be but he's saying this one is like, okay, I got it. Yeah, so there she is. Ooh, not as loud. You want to know something funny right now?
What?
He's wanting to tell me her name because I got him really clearly, and her communication's a little, it's coming, but he's wanting to shout her name, and I'm going, no. And he's like, I mean, he's great.
He was a big presence.
He is. I mean, he is filling up my room here, and I can almost smell cologne. Like almost. And I think he must have had something that he wore all the time. I don't
yeah
know. It's like, what is it, Old Spice or what is
yes
it? Yeah, there it is. He had to tell, I don't know it. He's telling me, he's like, it's Old Spice. Okay.
This is so wild.
Smell it. Oh my God. He's just saying he's been waiting to talk to you, trying to talk to you. You're not listening. So he's trying to talk to you. So we're going to get to that. We're going to find a way. So, okay, here she is. There she is. She's quite clever too. And I have two names. And here's why I have two names, because this is the skit she's giving me. And I know she's referring to her name. So I'm going to have to play with this with her for a minute, but she's giving me that, it was a sitcom, Shamil, Schmazel, Laverne and Shirley. Okay. So you may hold on, see if I can get her to tell me which one. Okay. Shirley.
Yes, that's my mom.
That's your mom, but not married to your dad, but they're tight. They're tight here.
They were not married when she passed away in 94, so he remarried.
Okay. So your mom, oh boy, this is the emotion's going to come from both of them, but your mom is going to make me cry. All right. So, wow. Your mom says that you think she missed your wedding, but she didn't.
Huh. Okay.
Was she gone by the time you got married?
Yes.
So there's other things that she hasn't missed anything. She hasn't missed anything. Something interesting in your relationship with her, but okay, she's showing me this. It's almost like, God, this is the third wedding picture I've got. Like, was your dress, she's really like, she loved this. Was your wedding dress like kind of like a sweetheart neckline, like off the shoulder,
Yes,
with like the traditional veil and everything?
yes,
really long train. Okay.
yeah.
She's showing me a picture of you, right? And you still have the
Yeah.
same like hair long
Yes.
but she's she's using that to tell you she hasn't missed anything. She was right there, and everything that you've gone through, and you're divorced now, and that's wonderful, and it was all this great experience. And if that thing you just were certain she wasn't there, but she was there, and she was there for that, and she's been there for everything. And
Okay.
yeah, very interesting. So tell me what I've got a little something from her. What was it? Was there something going on with you two? Okay, you have a sister and a brother?
Yes.
Okay. Sister like Carol or Caroline? Carol?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So all right, she's all right. Are they all hers? Her children?
Caroline is her biological daughter. My brother and I were adopted.
Okay. Um, what is it with your mom? Was there something when before she died, or were you close? I can't, her communication is not as clear as your dad. But I feel like there's something.
My mom and I were close. I don't know. Are you getting that there was some, I mean, her
No,
death is a little.
I can't tell. It's because her communication's not that clear. So I just want to make sure I don't miss something that she's trying to tell me that I can't get, that you could fill me in on, that would help. That's all it is. And it may be just her referring to like, and that could be it, because she's talking about your brother and your sister. And is your brother, was your brother named after your dad? Same.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I'm getting confused. So he's like, okay.
Oh,
All right. Like a G middle name, like Grant?
Graham.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think maybe what she's trying to say is your dad's like stepping in to help me. It's not her. Just sometimes the wavelength is a little funny. But
Do you think because she's been passed away for so long, that's
No.
why her energy? No, that's not
no,
it.
in fact, sometimes if it's just recent, that's glitchy. No. It's just she's more soft-spoken. She's not as out there. His energy is taking up a lot of space, and I'm having to go right. I could never explain it in a million years. Just
I got you.
I'm getting there. I think, and what your dad is kind of throwing in here, it's that it wasn't that there was something. The reason she showed me your brother and your sister when I was, I think, saying that she hasn't missed anything, and I was thinking there was something that I was getting in the relationship. I think all she was trying to say to me was that there is no difference. You are her daughter there is, and that pre-birth intention, that is there. And it's just, wow. Okay. I got it clearly now. She's explaining that the idea of, adoption and biological child from a non-physical perspective, the only thing that we are as a mother is a portal to get into physical reality. That's it. She was a portal for one, someone else was a portal, but the three of you were her children. And
yes,
okay.
I felt that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really cool. She's got grandchildren. It's like, is it Joseph or?
Yes, that's my brother's son.
Okay. Is there an Anne?
Annie is my brother's daughter.
Okay. Sean?
Yes. Good grief.
Yeah,
That's my brother's 3 children.
okay. All right. The connection to the grandchildren, it all feels, no different. Do you have children?
No.
No. Okay. That's because, all right. That's what I'm getting from. Like I think I thought you probably did. And I was kind of asking, well, her children, and she was like, no. I'm thinking, what? I thought she was just being obstinate. Okay, that's all right. Okay. All right. So, man, honey, this your dad, they're both giving me emotion, and your mom's emotion to you. I mean, there's a ton of love in it. I can feel it. It's that love without fear, that knowing you. But hers is like, it is almost 100% gratitude to you. And I don't know how to explain that to you or why, but usually, it starts to make me cry. I'm learning to not, but, and your dad he's so rancher, like he's just like, yeah, girl, like, I'm your fan. Yeah, that's the way. He's that guy. There's all this love and support, and he's just watching you, but he's just go, he's that guy. Was he like that when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how these two are hovering. Do you see how fast that came in? They have been waiting to talk to you. Oh my God, do they love you? Okay. Woo. All right. So in the interest of soul purpose, they are here. You can connect with them anytime. Your dad is saying there are those moments where you see little things that remind you of him, and you think that you happen to glance, you think that you heard the music, you think you heard that New Orleans that you think, and so that's why you looked, but it's him. And the more that when you see it, if you'll say, hi, Dad, and stop and listen, you will hear him. You can communicate with him just like I can. He's saying, just ask a question, say hello, tell a joke. You'll hear me laugh. You'll hear me answer. And soon enough, you'll have to listen to my jokes again. Okay. All right.
He had a great sense of humor.
Did he? He does. He does.
So did my mom.
Your mom too. Your mom's like, she is in this beautiful, almost angelic role of support right now. She's just there. I can feel her. She's so comfortable. They're together having, these two are, they're attached. There's that, whatever roles they played out, they're saying, this is, she knew as soon as she got here, and she watched him live out the rest of his thing, and she had his non-physical counterpart with her, and and this is stuff they do all the time, and you as well, but her gratitude for you, and it's just like, she's so grateful, and then just holding you up, just, I'm right here, that I'm holding you up. You don't have to be afraid of anything with this woman around. I can just tell, like, she's spectacular. Like, this energy is so calm, and your dad's different, but he's not going to let you take anything too seriously. He's not going to let you take yourself too seriously, and your mom's wants to soothe you and support you and just, guard you. So, they got a spirit guide coming. All right. So, your mom's telling me something here. Do you remember your parents reading to you when you were little? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you have much of a connection to fairy tales? I'm going to tell you why. Your mom's telling me something here. So, to just fairy tales in general, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White.
Yeah. I liked those a lot when I was young.
Okay. Your mom, I've never had this. I'm going to cry. This is going to be so cool. So your mom is saying they are bringing in your spirit guides so that you can be aware of them, whether you saw them today or she presented them in this way at all, they're there. They were going to be there. And this is just, now it's time for you to just, through me, you know that they're here. You know that now you can let go of any doubt and understand that these spirit guides are who are here for you right now. All of them that you are going to meet, she says, have been with you your whole life. They've been with you. They are step forward, back, forward, back. They have more of a role, less of a role, but they've stayed with you your whole life. All of them.
Okay.
But she is going to bring them to you like a fairy tale. And I have never seen this before. I've had a couple of things unfold recently that were really beautiful. I had someone express them as the elements, earth, wind, fire, not too long ago. This is really unique. So let's see how this goes. Okay.
All right.
She's got, oh no. Okay. Your dad's, they bring him. Okay. Your dad's got this one. All right. Do you like cats? You're a cat person? I mean, I am. The reason I'm telling you this is I can feel this. I can feel this energy, and there's a little bit of that. It's almost like a cat purr that I can hear. I don't have the name yet, but it's not a cat. It's just I can feel that. So I just thought you might connect to it. Okay.
I do like them, but I don't have any cats or anything.
All right. I'm an animal person. You heard me. I have horse, cats, dog. I don't have a dog anymore, but okay. This one, she's approaches this a cat's purr. Oh, there we go. There's a name. L-L-I-I-R-A. L-L-I-I-R-A. Okay. All right. This one is your fairy godmother. This is the fairy godmother in the story.
Oh.
Wow. In the fairy tale, they're going to tell you. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Your mother is, gosh, she loves you so much. She just keeps doing it. I'm like, you got to stop. Yeah, because it's like, she's showing me this. Wow, this presentation, what she's doing is like you as a little girl sitting, up in bed, pajamas, and she's sitting there and she's reading this to you. This is crazy cool. Sorry. Sorry. Spectacular. Okay. That is the name. I'm just scribbling. Sorry, I'm looking down. I just scribbled a focus. So
that's the spirit guide's name.
L-L-I-I-R-A.
Okay.
And she is your fairy godmother. That's how you can connect with her. But she is in forward for you right now. And what she brings primarily to you is pleasure, enjoyment, dance. She's like a leader of the party, festival, party, dance, enjoyment, pleasure, beauty. That's what she's here. And her message is I think she's going to have a lot. So just let me kind of close my eyes and scribble, look down, and just say it like I get it. Okay. Okay. She's saying you've been moving very fast, and so fast that you aren't even recognizing how tightly wound you've gotten. So the meditation and these things are keeping you in somewhat of a balance, but you've been moving very fast. Do you resonate with that? Have you, that you can recognize?
Yes.
Okay. So it's time for you this is the first step for you getting toward this purpose, and you are getting there, and they're lighting this up today. Start to gently unwind yourself with some, like yoga nidra meditation, where you relax every part of your body as you go down. You scan and relax your eyebrows and relax, right? Do a little of this a few times a week to start to unwind yourself. And what she's wanting you to do is, you are on a healing journey, and you have been. And remember, Paige, healing is becoming. Healing isn't fixing something broken. It's It's not fixing something that's wrong. Healing is becoming. This healing journey, coming from who you always are, who you are, but from believing you were this to knowing more and more of who you are and becoming that, stepping into your purpose. You're on this journey. And so now as you unwind, you've gone to a certain point, it's time for you to drop just a little bit deeper now and a little bit slower rhythm, just a slower rhythm in general to you, so that you can hear more, react less. Hear, react less, observe. Something occurs, no reaction. Observe. Let yourself unwind. Go deeper and deeper and deeper. And this is a time right now, you've finished this boot camp, you are restoring your body, your mind, and your soul. Okay, this is restoration. Things that seem overwhelming right now, and she's saying this, the work you're doing is beautiful, but understands there are things that seem overwhelming, that as you, even difficult, as you start this unwinding now and slow down to a deeper, just a deeper part of yourself in a slower rhythm. I'm saying this, I'm channeling it right from her, so that's why my voice is doing this. That these things that seem overwhelming and difficult are going to very gently become more manageable, and you're going to see that they're even going to become pleasurable as you get deeper into you and slow down. So the megahertz meditation for you is 174, and that's down there. I don't know what it's for, but you'll see it. Okay, you'll go, and this is your megahertz to do, I think, every day for a bit. When it's time to switch, you'll know. So what you're doing with this, this is so cool. And remember, she's here for you for pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, party, festival. Okay, it's all of that, even the sensual things, that's what she's here for. And she's saying now is the time for you to enhance your vitality. So healing with sensual things, relaxing baths, oils, some sort of sensual connection. You do that too, though. Slip. That may have been what you meant me to say. It's time to slow down, smell the roses, and pamper yourself. You are
Okay.
doing that. And this is a perfect time. This doesn't have to be this, year of this, but it is a period of time here where you really turn your focus to that slowing down. And she's saying this is cool. Indulge in things that you're interested in, the sacred arts of pleasure, like music and sound, food, touch, massage, color therapy, crystals, oils, sensual, these things that for you to every day indulge in something. If you get the idea to go to a metaphysical store and just buy 20 crystals and put them all over your house or all over your body, and these sorts of things, to just silliness, indulge yourself. And this is really important for you. She's saying that you are extremely hard on yourself, and your dad's laughing. Ha! I said he could be a little hard too. He was maybe a little hard on everybody, but yeah, he knows that. He says that. It's like almost like he calls you kid or kiddo, or there's a nickname. I can't quite hear it. It's, but he's not you, Paige.
He called me Elizabeth a lot. So when you said, do I have an E middle name? He called me Elizabeth a lot.
Okay. All right. I can't hear it, but it's not Paige. He's not saying Paige. It's just, anyway, it's like an impression. Okay. So, you're a bit hard on yourself. And the question for you to ask as you slow down is, well, one, what would you like to indulge in? What things interest you in that sacred art realm? What interests you, even if it's walks in nature and laying in the grass, whatever it is. But the second question for you to ask yourself is, where are you judging yourself? where do you feel an emotion that is somewhat like guilt or shame, or just some sort of and it may not be obvious to you, but where you're going on this purpose, you cannot teach until you go through this and begin to recognize these areas that are insidious, that hide from you, where you judge yourself, and it's just so normal that you don't realize it's judgment. These are the things that are going to start coming up. This lyra, there's almost a Y sound at the beginning. I can hear it, but I can't quite say it. My mouth won't do it. Is as you ask her to point you to the sacred arts that you might enjoy, you can also ask, where am I judging myself? And just wait. And as you move through the day, you will see. And you can begin, wow. The minute you judge anything, including yourself, you know what it is. And these little beliefs that are in there can't go with you. This is part of why you're feeling a bit stuck, and that you've done this work and you've done this work. There are some sandbags that are holding you down to go to this next plane where your intuitive gifts, these abilities and talents, like me, these things that you have, but these beliefs are not going to allow you to see them. Your perspective is still a bit judgy on you. And saying this, you can see it when you notice that you judge someone else. Either you perhaps think that someone is always late, or you think that they might be a bit cheap, or they might, whatever it is, right? They might have nothing that you would really notice, but these little things. And then as you notice them, those can light up for you, and you can say, where am I judging myself? Them, I know they're perfect, but it's showing me something. So you can begin to do that. And that's what she's here to help you with. So she's saying, whatever has been, there's something that's been troubling you, which obviously we talked about a little bit. So anything we can get into there, we will. But the way she put it is something troubling you. And Paige, there is a solution available. There is an approach to take that can instantly reduce your suffering and increase your joy. And the way to see it is to find these things where you judge yourself. And as you let go of those sandbags, your perspective is going to come up just enough that this solution here that's going to present itself, and I mean instantly, to make this, whatever this is. Do you know what I'm talking? Well, I'm not. Do you know what she's talking about? Generally, it feels like one thing. I could be interpreting it wrong, but it does feel like just one thing.
I think that I might know.
Okay.
I mean, I think it probably all centers around my way that I judge my weight, and the way that I see my body is probably.
We have a winner. There you go. Okay. That's why I have goosebumps too. Yeah, you're on it. So, this idea, this thing about that, that's it. And I'm going to tell you something. I can feel it from all of them. When you just said that, it was like a party popping off in here. You probably can't see it. I have goosebumps everywhere. So, honey,
Yeah, I don't know how to get over this hurdle.
We're going to. It's not going to be overnight, but this is something you can do, and here's why. You set out to do this. Understand that. You set yourself up to adopt things, to add things to you so that you could get here, and I'm going to tell you why. You are a very powerful leader and teacher. This purpose that you're feeling, this pull toward, and you say, I feel like I've done enough. I should be there. That's because it's getting stronger. This pull is getting stronger. And you have. Now what's happened is your foot's caught in a trap. Okay. For you to get to this purpose. And part of what you're going through is what you are going to teach. You are going to light up people on those things that they are stuck on about themselves. It may not be weight, but something in your purpose, this intuitive, this empathic way, these things you're going to see when you come through here. That's it. And this is, this is amazing. I mean, these people that love you, that know you, your spirit guide and your parents, they are setting this up. This is a fairy tale, and you know who you are in the fairy tale? This is the fairy godmother. This is your Cinderella, your Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. That is the epitome of inner beauty reflecting on the outside. You are spectacular. This is what they're showing you. This is who you are. This is what they see. It's not the physical thing that you are seeing, that you're noticing, is not what I see. It's not what they see. And it's not what comes out. And this beauty that is there that you have to offer, that's what has to be there. That's what has to shine for this purpose. And without this issue, this judging yourself and this thing that you've been battling and blaming yourself and all of that stuff, you be who you are. This is important for you to be able to live your purpose. Love it. This whole thing. We all got them. We always are these. It's like it as you come through. Oh my God, I could never be this. I couldn't reach this one or that one. And you're never doing it for them. You're doing it for you, but you couldn't make the impact, and you couldn't dust off the gifts that you're going to dust off if you hadn't had every battle with yourself, every ounce on that scale, every time you tried to button pants, listen, I'm doing it now. If you had it every single time, you wouldn't get to where you're going. You got to love it and love you. This one is, honey, they have set you up. You are Cinderella. I've never had anybody do this. The epitome of beauty and fun and innocence and everything in this goofy fairy tale. And that's how they see you, and that's what they're setting you up for. This is who you are. See it.
Oh,
now. Yeah, I get it. See it now. Yeah. This is great. Okay. So now this thing, she wants you to list out 5 things that give you joy and pleasure. 100%. She's dropping things on me, so we'll see if any of them resonate, but you can take this list and run with it. It's like curling up with a book, napping on a rainy day, just dreary rainy day, curling up and taking a nap, like walking out when the weather is like fall and it's just brisk and it's sweatshirt, and you go for a long walk and you hear the leaves crunch, laying in the sun. Things that really give you pleasure, and pleasure that lasts, right? I might say a good margarita will give me pleasure, but actually it doesn't last that long, right? Those pleasures that do, right? These are the things she wants you to list 5 of them. May take you a bit. Pure pleasure, 100% before and after and all the way through. Take that list, just put it aside, and every day is one of those. So indulge in the sacred things, the sensual sacred things, the oils, those, that's a separate thing. This is a whole nother thing. This is about you really taking care of yourself and pampering yourself. Okay.
okay.
For you to say, don't worry, we have this recorded, so you don't have to write it.
Oh yeah.
I'll send it to you and record it. So it's fun to write it down, but you can also enjoy. And so So she's saying something. So let me scribble. Okay, here it is. This is something for you to say. You can say this all day long prior to your meditation. As you're going into your meditation, you're connecting with your fairy godmother, this, that hurts that you have. This is what you say. I choose to let go of guilt, judgment, or control that has prevented me from fully enjoying my precious life. I invite pleasure, delight, sensuality, and beauty into my heart and my body, as it will bring peace and set my soul free.
Okay.
Hello.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. That's from her. I would like to take credit. I did not come up with that one. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. That's the fairy godmother. Wow. Okay. Now, this next one is funny. This one is tongue in cheek. She's saying, this is a new one. Your dad's bringing this one in. Your mom's staying sitting with little you, like sitting, reading you this book. Your dad's bringing them in. This is the coolest thing. I've been doing these readings for, I don't know, almost a year, 6 months. This is amazing. Okay. This one, tongue in cheek. She is legitimately, she's your spirit guide, has been with you all along, loves you, and her essence is like that of a high priestess, which is a goddess in human form. But in this story, she is representing the wicked stepmother, right? That's what she's representing. She has fairy godmother, and she's representing the wicked stepmother in the story. I don't know why. Oh, your dad says I'm gonna know why when I get her name. He said you're gonna know why when you get the name. I love your dad. He's making jokes the whole time. All right. Oh my God. Okay. I'm never gonna spell this. This is long. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna try. We're gonna get close. We give you a name you could say. ENHEDUANNA. Well, it's pronounced just Enheduanna. This is the energy. This is the name of this energy. And this is a spirit guide. She is a goddess in human form. All right. And she's okay. Here's her qualities. She's saying she is fierce, powerful, and disciplined. Just like you. And they got a little wink there because I think you don't think that about yourself. Representing this wicked stepmother for this reason. She's saying, within you, there is this force of magic. Make sure I get this right. Wow. Also, she's got a cat with her. So the other one had a cat purr. This one has a cat. I have no idea what that's all about, but anyway.
Huh.
Within you is a true force of magic. Okay, I get it. And that magic is directed only by your will. And this is an opportunity for you to rise up. So right now, I guess what you've been through, the boot camp, now this is up you go. She's saying you will need dedication and discipline. And you will also need to be very brave. I don't know why, but bravery in a sense, okay, she's going to explain that to me. Bravery is going to is being willing to do things differently than you ever have, to treat yourself differently than you ever have, to take yourself out of patterns into something completely new. It's as scary as moving to a new town. It's scary, and it takes bravery to do it, to pull yourself out of some comfort zones and ways that you treat yourself poorly, in essence, in possibly even thinking that you are pampering yourself, but it isn't. She's saying it isn't that. This sacred arts, this is how we're going to start pampering ourselves. We're going to smell the roses. We're going to go outside in nature and take a walk. We're going to do things that give us pleasure before we do it, while we're doing it, after we're doing it, and that it continues. And this is really important. And bravery is just that, for you to be willing to shift and do things differently. Keep your eyes open and notice where there's an opportunity to wear this, not that. Eat this, not that. Turn here, not there. Something different than you always do. Yeah, go to this place instead of that one. Say these words to yourself instead of these. Catch it. Okay, that's what she's saying, and that's brave. And I understand that it is brave. She's saying you must listen to your intuition and your inspiration now. It is there. You know it. You're on it. Don't doubt it. Listen to it. Let the urges go. This is this time to be fearless and stand strong. The reason that she's representing the wicked stepmother is, without the wicked stepmother, the heroine in the story could never rise up. She wouldn't have any reason to. And that's why this one here, telling you it's time to rise up. This is why she is here. She's going to help you do it. And when you feel that moment of thinking there might be a different way to treat yourself, or a different way to react, to respond, a different thing to do, you can reach out to her for the strength and the help to be brave and have the discipline and the dedication to do it, because you're worth it. That's beautiful. My God. Okay. Next. All right. Next we have, looks to be, my God, what is this? All right. So this is it's both. It's like a knight and a prince. Both. I've got both. And he's got a name. So let me see. He's both. He's showing me both. He's quite good looking, I might say. I don't ever see a totally clear face, but you just get the impression like, okay, big energy, really big energy. Okay. A knight and a prince. What is his name? I love your dad. Your dad's Ed. This guy's Edward. Ed. Your dad's saying, I'm Edward too. He's so good. Okay. This prince knight is Edward, but there's more to the name. Hold on. Edward Black Prince, or is this Edward Black? No, Edward Black Prince. Edward Black Prince. Now, here's another thing. Your dad's telling me like something like this is someone that actually lived at one time. Like, I mean, not that the other ones aren't, I don't know, but like he's giving me some sort of 1300s reference. Your dad is. Let me see if the spirit guides being very playing hard to get. Yeah, guys, those guys like Mr. Cool, he's just being cool right now. But Edward the Black Prince. I believe I have this right, Paige, I hope so. But Edward, we know. Okay, now he's going to talk. All right, so this is the prince in the story. It's time. So with this rise up, this is time for you to really begin to know yourself, to let go of the judgment and go into those rooms of you that you think are dark, that you think you don't want to know. And it's time for you to know yourself. No backing down now. This Prince is saying. Also, he's saying, use your voice. No more settling. And here's his question. Just like him, the prince loves the heroine in the fairy tale. Do you think that you do not love yourself?
Yes.
And his answer is, then when you find yourself in harm's way, or that you're exposed to danger of any kind, what do? This is an expression of very fierce love. When you remove yourself and you find out that the water is contaminated, you don't drink it. You sense a fight getting ready to start at a ball game, you get out of the way. You lock your door if you hear someone outside. You don't need to protect yourself, but when you sense that there's some sort of danger, you take care of yourself. You do love yourself. Now just talk to her like you do, he's saying. Just like me, the prince, will treat the heroine. This is you. You are feeling fear for now because you're on the verge of something very big, he says. Like a breakthrough of sorts. You are having to face something that's very unsettling. And this is a time for you to be unwavering, respect yourself, decide what is important to you, and follow through it with integrity. And that's what he's here to do. He is about being in love with you, you being in love with you. This is the prince. He's the knight. He's a knight in shining armor and a prince. Jesus, you got them both wrapped into one guy. But he's about that love for you, that respect, and helping you to face something that is unsettling to you with energy, and helping you to understand what is important to you and follow through with integrity. The universe is in balance, he says, and it always will be. Wow. Oh my gosh, this one, he's great. That's smooth. That was really good. Okay. Are we all going to be quiet now? Yeah. I think they are for a minute here. God, I mean, I know we're long. Do you have a question for them at all? Is there anything that you want to know? They're quiet and they're not moving out, so that could indicate that they could answer a question. I'll see if you want to ask one.
So my sister passed away suddenly last month, just out of the blue, and we still don't know what happened or anything.
This is
And
Carolyn, they were telling me. You know, they didn't tell me she was transitioned at all. They didn't even indicate it. That's weird.
I was wondering, so yeah, Caroline, and my dog both passed away on the same day, and it was so confusing for my heart and everything that I just,
wow, honey. Yeah.
and I was like, wow, what is happening? This week is really throwing some stuff to me.
Yeah.
So I just wondered if my sister had come through or if you felt her.
You see, no, I'll tell you, no, not at all. But they mentioned, okay, let me see what they say. Okay. Let me just, okay. I got white light too. So that's interesting. They do that sometimes. They pop in so to see what the answer comes from. All right. Okay. I understand this. I've heard this before. they're doing their best to explain it in a way I can translate. Your sister, I was fine. That was just like everything, totally planned. It was absolutely planned. And that's exactly it. It's exactly how she wanted to do it. Just poof, just gone. The long goodbyes, that bullshit, being sick for a long time, dragging it out. Your parents are like, that's not it. Now, there is a level of dimensions, and this is white light too. So I'm, that someone goes through, that a consciousness goes through when they transition. Time isn't experienced the way we experience it, is this construct, but there is space time. I mean, we're in time space. There is that, but depending on the consciousness, that transition can take a bit of time. That's why I know sometimes when I speak with someone who's just transitioned recently, it's very glitchy. Like I told you at the beginning, very glitchy. And it's unusual for me to get them when they're gone, less than a month. I mean, I can't even. So there's a time period, I think, where they go through. But your parents are insisting that is exactly what she wanted, is set up just like that. They don't miss her. They don't miss you, because where they're just right here, they're right here, but they are dancing and playing and everything with your inner self. The much bigger part of you is with your parents and with your sister. Where they are, they don't miss you. They know it's just like you and I are together, right? And we're, Paige and Christy are hanging out, and I'm sitting here and I say, okay, Paige, keep talking. I've got to interact here with this girl for 15 minutes. It's a game we play every day. No big deal, but I can keep talking. And so every once in a while I look down and I go, boop, 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 and I hit something. And, so there's a little bit of focus over here, but you and I are still like, you don't miss me. We're having a great time. That's them, with your sister, with you, with the grandchildren, everyone. They're together. You are just focused here. You don't see them. You miss them. They don't miss you. They're here to comfort you because you have an intention. And as you can see, they're jumping off, right? They're gone. This is all part of, they're doing this setup for you. This is your turn. And everything you're going through, losing them, losing the dog, and that's okay. Your dad brought the horse, and that's the cats. Didn't want to make you sad with the dog, but the pets are all there. Everybody's there, and you've got them. So yeah, this turned out to be really beautiful, but your sister's okay. But if you want to get her, we might wait a bit and see. And again, I couldn't even guarantee it. I never know who she, but I don't have her right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I was just curious what they had to say.
Yeah, all fine. And white light's just explaining this, like it's not a full transition just yet. There's things, depending on the consciousness, it can take a very long time, but some just depends on what that consciousness needs to actually acclimate to that transition. And for
Right.
and a great experience. There's no fear there. So
Huh. All right.
I don't know. I don't remember ever doing it, but apparently we have. So,
Yeah.
honey, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Wow, that was pretty powerful. I mean, wow.
It was, Paige. That was one of the neatest ones I've ever done. The fact that they laid it out like a fairy tale blows me away. This fairy tale thing is a really cool. Really cool.
Well, I was say, my mom had 2 cats that she really loved her cats. So I wondered when you heard the purring, if that was, my mom's cats with her or something.
Yeah. She's nodding her head. It's so that's really funny. But the first one I just heard the purring so loud, and then the second one actually had a cat with her. So yeah. Oh my goodness. All right.
Wow. Well, thank you so much.
Listen, I am here. This is intense. you'll need to listen to this 4 or 5 times, but I want to tell you, I'm always here. So please reach out to me. I think you've got some stuff you're going to be working through here. You can do it in complete joy, but I see a really big shift. They've laid it out for you pretty well to get to this purpose that you're wanting to get to. They gave you a direct line, but anything you don't understand, or you just get stuck, you know, whatever, just reach out to me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me do this. This was
you
spectacular.
you really pegged my dad for like all the stuff that he liked. It's so funny. I mean, it was just that's so funny. And he
He
had
is
a horse.
great.
He had a horse named King that he rode all the time. And my
Okay.
dad was like a big 6'5", big
Yeah.
guy, like real,
Big. Yeah,
in
he
your
is.
face.
Mhm. Big energy, the horse. And the horse was like, he was saying, it's not a gelding, like my horse is a gelding. He's like, it's a stallion, you know, he's all over and he's so funny, you know, like, yeah, he's great. And he, you know, he must have flown airplanes, you know, he's like,
He was in the Air Force.
he's a badass. Yeah, he's great. I love him. But your mom is an equal balance to that of just beauty and support, and her sitting in this little, you in this little sitting up in a bed and her sitting with you reading you this fairy tale, maybe one of the most beautiful things, psychic visions I've ever had. It was incredible. So thanks for letting me do this. It was
Thank you.
really great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And I know you now, we're eternally connected.
Yes.
Our time is now. I'll fight for you until this life is over. There's no giving up here, babe. We'll make it out and fall in love tonight. Ain't nothing easy.